back.
baby.
I love that we can see all each other.
That's fun. Look at this.
Look at this. Look
Everybody
at
go like
us.
this, like we're the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch. Look at your
Come on.
camera.
Do your
Are Kara and
camera.
I next
Girls?
to each other like we would be
No,
on
you're
the couch?
across.
You're diagonal.
Yeah, sorry.
What? Okay, so if I look this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're looking at
and
it,
I'll
yeah.
look down at John.
Okay.
Hey, John. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
look at us.
Awesome.
I went the wrong way. Dang it. All right,
Damn,
whatever.
Okay.
so lame.
Doesn't matter.
We'll figure it out eventually.
Someday.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch as always. Kara Tafoya
Beautiful
and
sip of coffee.
the lovely Annie the Scovemond.
Yeah, you keep saying that every week.
Every
Whoa.
week. Well, she comes back every week.
What's the wah about?
Because he went government.
Oh.
Oh, it was more like a...
I thought it was like a wah, wah, wah.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
just
okay.
a sound effect.
It's my last week.
Oh, okay.
Not those again. Not those again. That is the
That's
longest
to
cricket
me.
noise I've ever heard.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on those sound
That's
effects
all right.
too.
Doesn't matter.
Well, guys, we're back together, us four pals, to talk about some bigs this week. Some big things happen for us.
I should just step out this podcast.
No,
Seems
you're,
like it's gonna
you're
be all
here
three of
to
you
listen
guys.
and to give your input, ask questions.
All
You know how
right.
podcasts go, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done a few.
I
Okay.
had a moment today where I was like, what are we even going to talk about?
Oh man,
Wow.
there's so
Makes-
much
There's
to talk
so
about.
much. I've forgotten about all of them already.
I'll start with mine because I feel like we'll talk about it not as much.
ahead.
Guys, it was a long time coming. You guys
Oh.
blessed me last year with a
Blessed
gift
you.
card to go jump Oceanside.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was
and
also
I'm-
technically this year's present, too. You wrote that in the card?
Yeah.
No, I
If it-
sure
it
hope
rolled
not.
Like a
over.
I sure
double-
hope not.
If you didn't use
Roll
it by
over.
the end of the year, it
I know
rolled over
it's
into
been
first
11
year.
months, but I finally went skydiving.
It would have been funny if we'd gotten him another voucher. Before, if he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like by his birthday, he'd give him
we
another
just
one.
we keep.
Twice.
Well, it seems like, Ryan, tell us about your
Yes.
experience.
I honestly am hoping that you do because I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go back. I fully get the hype. I'm like the feeling, jumping out of a plane, super
out,
cool.
like, be crazy.
Super
Sorry,
cool.
Kara.
It'd be crazy.
We kind of made a
A pact.
yeah.
Well,
no, it was just kind of like poor her has to
Oh,
worry
a
about her
monster out
husband
of him.
jumping.
Ah,
Yeah.
no, he'll be fine.
Well, were you worried?
No.
So Kara came
Oh my-
with me and my
Okay,
Maybe
parents.
a little worried. Hold on. Give us like 50%
First
worried.
of all, Kara didn't like that we gave it to him the first time.
I didn't
Kara
say
was
that.
like,
Originally, yeah. Originally, you were a tiny bit upset. Not a
oh,
lot,
a
but
sour. A
I
sour
don't remember
face.
that. I just remember saying that I wouldn't go. Because you guys were like, would you wish that we got you one too? So you could go
No.
together. I'm
No.
like, no.
They do
No.
talk like that, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say
We
we
do. That
sound
was
exactly
actually
like that. It's weird.
insane.
That sounds like
Kara.
Annie. But anyways, I didn't feel like unsafe at all. I
Oh,
thought it was
good.
totally legit. All the guys there were like
You felt more
seasoned
safe?
veterans. I jumped with a guy named Adrian, and I asked him how many jumps he had done. He's like, I've been doing it for 13 years. I've been jumping out of airplanes. And this month or this week or something, he clocked his 40,000th. He's clocked
Aw.
40,000 jumps.
Basil.
This guy is, yeah, he's legit.
Did you ask about
His last
Go ahead.
name. Oh, sorry.
the drama?
No, I did not ask about the drama. There wasn't an air of drama there, like they were trying to recover from something. It was kind of just business as usual, you
Because
know?
that company did have an accident where
Yeah.
the parachute did
And
not
we did. We talked
deploy.
about it extensively on this show.
Turns out, right?
turns
Didn't
out-
experience that.
No, totally normal.
They did
Kinda
have two
sucks.
parachutes though.
Backups now
Yeah.
that they know.
Oh yeah, it's a
I think
a
that you've
total
always had to have a
legit
backup.
thing.
They said, I guess your dad had asked, like,
Uh-huh.
oh, how does it work? And the guys straight up say, if you go to a company that only has one parachute, sketchy.
What?
Really?
Oh, they still
there
do
are
that?
places that only have one
Dang.
parachute.
John, let me just walk you through because you're gonna do it with
I'm
me.
really distracted by his last name being Bond. Like
Bond,
James
Adrian
Bond.
Bond.
Like James.
I mean, the
Bond, is
dude
he
jumps out
related?
of airplanes. Like,
Is he related
He
to?
is.
no relation.
No,
No
okay.
relation.
Did you ask?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Let me just walk you through this.
Yeah, go ahead.
We show up. They're like,
Mm.
"You the guy?" I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "Okay, sign here and sign your life away." There's a waiver about a year long that you have to sign away. You have to sign away your right to sue them if you get hurt, even if it's their fault.
Yep.
Nice.
You have to sign away everything. You're
Isn't that the
assuming all the
best?
risk. Awesome. Whatever. Who cares? I'm jumping out of an airplane today.
It's kind of a cool story, even if you die, right? Like, oh, you died.
Skydiving.
By the way,
or like
no
getting
way
bit by
that,
a shark
that
or
your
something.
family doesn't get some kind of money. I mean, I know that there's like a ironclad contract.
It would have to be a pretty glaring
mistake,
Yeah.
right?
And it even said in the waiver, like, people try to come for us. It's not going to happen for you. Like, it's very unlikely that you will get any compensation or something.
It said people try to come for us.
It
is
said
so
that.
aggressive.
Pretty baller. So I signed this big long CVS receipt, and they say, okay, put on your harness. You're gonna just like get in the plane pretty soon. And Adrian pops up, and he's like, hey man, how's it going? He's got a little
That
GoPro.
the interview you,
he
that I
starts
saw?
interviewing
Yeah.
me. Yes,
you were kind of a little bit awkward in that.
I felt awkward.
You're like, yeah,
and
man,
here's
yeah.
why. All of the nerves when I was on the ground were building. I was like,
Oh.
shoot, like, what's this gonna be like? I watched the group ahead of us go, and they were like,
Were
just
there multiple people in your group?
there was a ton of people. There's probably on this tiny little plane.
I think it was like 6 jumpers.
so we all
with
crawl into
their
this
tandem
plane,
people.
and there was probably like 12, maybe 14 people on this plane, because there's like,
including 4 professional jumpers who every plane kept practicing.
oh my
for
gosh,
something.
like those.
You have to get like 1,000 solo jumps.
No,
in.
it was like a team.
It was like the guys that
Four, like
at
practicing.
the
Oh,
we
like
saw
at
at the
rodeo.
at the
Yeah.
rodeo.
Synchronized diving.
Yeah, they're coming in like blasting in on these parachutes. Super awesome. Yeah,
It was really
synchronized. They were like practicing their little routines and stuff. Anyways, so they're on with us, and we're sitting on these benches like in this airplane,
there it goes.
like fully straddled. Right.
Uh-huh.
I'm strapped to the front of this guy. My back. I'm like all
Yeah.
strapped in.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm like in this aircraft, and the door is wide open. First red flag. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that shouldn't be open.
Sure.
All right, but here we go. Like,
Hey.
it was all happening, and I was just very like
happening.
calm about it. I was like,
Awesome.
oh, okay, all right, this is like
So cool.
totally legit. Nobody's
What kind of
freaking
plane
out.
is it?
What's that?
a little plane.
A little tiny single prop.
Like, yeah, so like propeller in the front.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, totally legit. I mean, I think it was. There was there was a little duct tape on the window, but
Whatever.
anyways, and
That's
then
regulation.
he goes, all right, these professionals, they're going to jump out of the plane, and then we're going to hang our feet off of the edge of the plane, and then we're just going to go into free fall. And I'm like, okay. That was probably like the
Peak
craziest part.
nerves.
Yeah, when we're sitting on the edge, and I'm like, oh, like that's just open air. We're 13,000 feet in the air right now. And then it was just awesome. Like there was jumped out, free fall for 45 seconds, unlike anything I've ever experienced
You
before.
don't feel like you're falling, right?
It
That's
didn't
what
feel
you
like
hear.
falling. It felt like it was just like a wind tunnel. Like we were just like going through wind, and I was just freaking out because it was a beautiful day. You could see the ocean. There's like buildings around. I'm like, oh, my
Did your
God,
stomach
this
turn
is
like
so
like a
cool.
roller coaster? Like, did you like have that like? feeling of-
Only when we were like, he pulls the chute and we kind of stop really hard. It feels like you're like slamming on the brakes on your car. Like, oh, okay, wow, we just stopped. And then you're just like, it's like totally quiet. You're like floating around. It was, I mean,
Wow.
just amazing. Awesome.
That is amazing.
Totally get it. Totally buy the hype.
And now you're going to be
And now
diving every weekend, right?
I am an adrenaline junkie now. As
I
they
was thinking
call
maybe
them.
it could be your new profession. You could be like an Adrian.
I could be Adrian. I mean, enough times doing it, like, he didn't even, I was like, man, how many,
What are you laughing
all
at?
asking him questions and stuff.
Annie,
and he was-
people can see your reaction.
Go
by
ahead,
the way.
Annie.
Go ahead. What are you laughing
Why
about?
is that- why is that
I'm not
hilarious?
laughing at
Why
my
is that so funny?
reaction.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Kara's reaction.
Why? What was Kara's reaction?
She's just so funny. You can look back at the tape to see it
Yeah,
yourself.
So
well,
the
really
people that we
upsetting.
see
Wah,
who
wah.
work there are a very specific type of person.
I'm not going to make any big assumptions about the people that work there. They
seem
saved
like
my
they're
life.
cool.
They were all very like
Yeah,
Go ahead.
there were some.
outdoorsy.
Not Adrian. Adrian was my guy, of course, but the rest of the crew was a little
Crunchy.
carny type.
They were very
Beat.
carny.
They were kind of carny-ish.
Yeah.
And some from
sure.
like there was like this guy with a really thick Russian accent, and there was like a clearly like an Irish guy that was like talking to the like all different walks of life, but just like
You think they were faking it?
for what?
Not the Russian
for
guy.
the hangs, or
Yeah.
I-
They just woke up and said, I'm put an accent on today.
I guess anybody could.
Well, if you're good.
So random. So random.
I don't think it's specific to skydivers.
Seems like the type.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
It was fun.
Go Jump
Sounds like
America. This is an
Sounds
ad
like you had a great
sponsored by.
time.
We will be hitting them up for
And I hope
free
that
jumps
you
or something.
enjoyed
Got
it.
free jumps.
Sounds like you
Yeah,
did.
yeah. And hey,
Yeah.
next time I go, John, you're coming with me.
Half off, right? Is that what you said?
Oh.
If I do, they did give me a referral code. If I bring 1 to 2 people next time, I get $100 off. If I bring 3 friends, it's free for me.
We just split the cost of the other 3.
Sure.
Gosh.
I don't know.
How much would that take off?
It's like $200 a person, so
600
it'd be
divided by
800.
4. Oh, no, because yours would be free.
4, mine would be free.
600.
Carry the 1.
Doesn't matter.
It sounds like we're saving money, so I'm in.
Sounds like it, but
Okay, Andy's not so
math ain't
sure.
mathing.
Okay, yes or no? You're going skydiving?
No,
No, really?
never.
I thought you were in your like do everything era.
Would you go paragliding with me?
I'll go paragliding with you. I have ever since I was a kid. Well, not even when I was a kid, I was pretty reckless, and then
Okay.
I think that multiple, the recklessness came back to bite me.
Really?
Learn from the lesson young.
What was the last
What?
reckless thing you did that really like
I don't believe it.
scared you and made you go, "Oh, maybe I should just
Did
chill
that
out."
microphone just bite you?
Yeah, it just shocked me.
Oh shoot!
Oh my gosh, it's killing me.
All
Well,
We've got a grounding
I'm
issue here.
dying.
Just-
No, it's Olivia's face off stage was like
Off stage.
off stage. Yeah,
Off
this is
stage.
Whoa.
a sound stage. Okay, guys.
Yeah, a
Fine,
really big one.
breaking it down.
Yeah,
We
the
rent
fourth
this
wall is really
soundstage.
broken there.
We're on the NBC lot.
Okay.
That's all I'm going
Which
to say.
gaps?
That's all I'm
Shoot.
at liberty
Oh,
to say.
gosh.
Good transition,
don't
eh?
bring up the writer's strike.
No,
Come
she's
on.
bringing up NBC.
Gross.
Pro riders.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
for,
Annie.
For the riders. Anyway, no,
making
I
fun
really
of that?
realized it when I went rock climbing in Joshua Tree
Okay.
a couple years back.
Oof.
And we were like, you go like bouldering, right? So
Yes.
nothing, no straps, nothing. You're just like climbing up boulders.
Ooh.
You did
and I
that?
had, oh yeah. And I
Love.
used to do it all the time as a kid. We'd go like once a year to Joshua Tree, and
Mm.
for like hours. My dad has like these pictures of me like on the sides of these like cliffs
Mm-hmm.
with like overlooking how far I'd come and stuff. It's just crazy. And I like got to this position where it's like you either have to climb up because there's not really climbing down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Climbing down, you eat it and you fall off the boulder, and
Oof.
that's worse. And I just
okay.
had this moment where my friend was squeezing through this like crack in these 3 boulders. She's like, "Oh yeah, we can fit. Come on!" And I just like froze.
Ugh.
Whoa.
And like every memory of how much pain you are when you get like skinned up by that, it just like came flooding back, and I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I know what it feels like to fall off of these. You don't. You keep going.
Dang.
Like, I think my body's just like.
Was that like a
"No, we
little
learned our
young
lesson. Stop."
PTSD from you?
Yeah, I
like,
guess so.
dang.
But all that to say, I don't feel the need to jump out of a plane.
You're not
My
you're not
whole
an
thing
adrenaline junkie.
Is that I would fully do it,
skydiving.
but I want to leave from a place that is of solid ground, as in paragliding.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
So
it's-
not
Paragliding
skydiving.
sounds
You get
more
off of the
dangerous to
cliff
me.
rather than
which part?
a moving air
yeah,
vehicle.
the airplane. I would like to have the skill in my back pocket if I ever decide to like
Be a
DB
secret
Cooper
agent.
it and like
Yeah.
hijack a plane, get a bunch of money, and jump out of the plane.
Yeah, we never found that guy, huh?
No,
We still
he's on the
Still
lam
at
still.
large.
still at large.
But I'm just saying, like, it would be a nice skill to have. But I also think that, like,
By
I
the way,
probably
you're not
could use
like
other
learning how to
skills.
skydive when you do this. You're just like jumping out with some professional strap.
To be
your
honest-
You
back.
don't think that jumping out of a plane once will give you the confidence that
No,
push comes to
Eddie,
shove?
not even a
You
little
can
bit.
Throw that crap on.
I-
and
Not
you
even
know
a
what
little
it's
bit.
I'm gonna
feel
be
like.
Not
honest
even a
with
little
you.
bit.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Shut up, Ryan. Be on my side or
I
get out.
absolutely feel like I could do it by
Thank
myself.
you.
now.
Thank you.
Liar.
What do you mean? What is there to know? I mean,
Because
okay.
the fear is the fear of falling. That feeling. The
It's
moment
certainly-
you realize
When to
you don't
I
feel
think
that way.
if I practiced a few times, I could do it. Like it's just the like.
That's
it's
what
mostly
I'm
the
saying.
stance you
what
have
Annie's
to do.
saying she wants to do it one
One
time,
time and then be
so
good
that
at
she
it.
can be
No,
good at
that
it,
is
and
not
that's
what
not
I'm
the
saying.
case
That
at
is
all.
not what I'm
I
saying.
think
What
if
I'm
it was a
saying
life
is
or
it would
death
be nice to know
situation-
what it feels like in case I need to do it again at any point in given time.
Yeah.
Well,
Agreed.
I'm sorry.
Agreed.
The plane gets hijacked. I have, the ability
money.
to save Kara.
Yeah. Oh.
I can grab Kara, and I've been skydiving, so I can grab Kara,
Okay.
jump out of the plane, save our lives.
True. I'll just hold
Wow.
on to your life.
There's so
Wow.
many things.
Yeah, you
I'm
would
not
have
even gonna
to.
touch it.
Yeah.
That
That's because
was-
you're wrong, and you're not going to win.
I'm not
Thank you.
wrong.
The defense rests.
You go
The
skydiving.
defense rests.
We've been watching this show, and she's trying to.
that
act
sounds
like
pretty
Illegal.
locked up.
The defense.
What show have you been watching?
Love and Death. We've been watching, and we just
Oh.
finished it actually. By the
We
way,
finished it like an hour ago.
Spoilers
it's based
for
off
Love
of
and
a
Death.
it's based off of a true story.
True story.
Woman has an affair
Okay.
with another. They're both married couples. She has
They're
an
in
affair
the
with
church,
with
same
a with a church couple
That's
with,
the
with the
love.
dude out of it.
Yep.
The church couple.
Love.
They
it.
break off the affair. Like 8 months later, she goes over to the person's house. The woman, the husband's wife, doesn't know. Her name's Betty.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, Betty kind of puts it together in her head. She goes, "Have you been cheating?"
Have you
With
been
my
having
husband?
an affair with Alan?
And she's
Whoa.
like, "Yes, but it's done for a while." The woman pulls out an axe.
And
She like
chops her
cracks.
up?
She
Mixed
She
slap?
cracks mentally
she
almost.
and the whole thing is like she has this long history of
Mental health.
postpartum and all this like mental health issues.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the craziest thing, it's a true case that happened.
It's a real story.
Real story.
Love and Death.
And what's
What is it
crazy
called?
is 2 shows around the same time came out about it.
Yeah.
Candy on
Oh.
Hulu and then Love and
I don't want
Death.
to ruin it for you
Hold for
because
applause.
if you want to watch it, but
You kind of okay. So
no,
Well,
no,
it
no.
starts
The ending is
opener-
yeah.
the
They say the
opener
ending is
starts
so
with
different.
The murder.
Yeah.
oh, so you know
So you know
already
she
she's
murders
already
her the
meta.
whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways,
What
the
about all
main
the people
character
he
murders
murdered?
her in kind of like self-defense, and it's this whole trial of like, did she? Because she comes out and she to the public is like, I did it, but I did it in self-defense, and they're like, wait, why did you
But
just
I
say
swear
it?
it wasn't
And it happened in
self-defense.
1980.
Yeah,
And so it's like this like
No DNA.
yeah.
There was
Just
They
good
got her on a
old-fashioned.
fingerprint
there was
match
fingerprints
and-
specifically. Yeah,
Ooh.
I didn't think fingerprints were that popular.
I
It's
feel like
just
they're
crazy.
permissible.
But all that to say, now that I've watched that, I could also be a lawyer.
Yeah, you do have that kind of quality where you see something and you seem to think that you can do it.
We call it an instant expert.
Earlier, we were talking off camera about which Arrested Development characters we would be,
That's right.
personality types,
Uh-huh.
and you guys
That's what that
said
was.
you had said that I might have a touch of Job in me.
Uh-huh.
And
Instant expert.
Maybe
now
a
that
touch.
I'm hearing myself on this, I might maybe I have some Job
Maybe I do have
traits.
some Joe.
It's a little off-putting because I'm realizing when I look over to you, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the edge of the screen.
Yeah.
And you're looking to your edge of the screen.
Yeah.
And when I look at Annie, I need to just go.
No,
Hey,
you guys
it's
are
called a
looking
trial.
just fine.
It's
called
called
a trial run.
All right.
You know what? We love it. The
Uh,
Fort Top.
Brady
But there's one thing that I don't think Job would have done that I have done.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
hear it.
I don't think that he would have gone to Taylor Swift.
Okay, in terms of a transition,
I think he would have.
I think if Job was trying to like,
Impress
would've
a
sleep with
lady.
He
somebody,
would have
yeah.
tried to get on stage somehow.
he would have been like,
he
I
would have
actually know
hidden
Taylor.
in a box,
Yeah.
thinking that he would come out, kind of like Taylor
Yes.
Swift does.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh my
there's
gosh.
your transition. That was money. Taylor Swift. I'm in my.
Wow.
Thank you. Go ahead. Oh, Taylor Swift.
Okay, I was looking for the applause. I don't know where it is.
I don't know.
Doesn't
It's got to
matter.
be here
Yeah,
somewhere.
I feel like you went with it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear about all your accounts. All 3 of you have gone to this Taylor Swift concert, and
The same night.
I
The three of
didn't
us
go.
went on the same night.
And I
It's
got
right across
lots
from each
of
other.
updates, but I'm gonna pretend like I haven't heard. And
Yeah.
you guys can just
yeah.
tell
From the
me.
horse's mouth.
Yeah,
Let's start with our Swiftie of the room,
Resident Swift.
resident Swiftie, Kara.
I'm gonna start going. I'm gonna get full shot for you.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah.
Single
I
shot.
want a single shot of carrot.
Straight
Go
up,
ahead.
Kara. This is Kara's take on the Eras tour, and keep it tight. All right. We know we could do a whole episode on Taylor. Obviously.
You got something else to talk about? I
No,
want to hear
just,
Kara's
I'm
take.
just saying, give us like the
Annie,
meat and potatoes, like
nice.
the best parts, your biggest takeaways. How was
Okay.
Taylor?
Tell us.
To start,
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium, incredible.
Amazing.
Stunning.
The easiest parking, the easiest getting in, whatever.
yeah.
I did cry multiple times. I did cry in line for merch trading bracelets.
Yeah, let's tell us a little bit about
I
the
did.
the friendship bracelet situation.
I'm wearing some right now.
I'm seeing them.
Yes.
How did this start at the
Um,
concert?
So
Why
there's
do we do
There's
it?
a song that came out on her last album called "You're on Your Own, Kid," and one of the lines is, "So make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and taste it." And people took that and went, "We're gonna
Classic
make
Swift
friendship
fans.
bracelets now." And then I don't know, like it must have been like the Taylor Swift account, not her account, but like the fan account
Like
or
a
whatever
fan account.
that said like, "Hey, let's do this friendship bracelet trading thing."
And that person who runs that account, big into raves, turns out.
Yeah, it's rave culture, isn't
It
it?
is. It's a big
Fully
rave
rave
culture
Turns
thing.
out it's a
culture thing.
rave thing that people
Yeah.
do at EDM concerts,
Yes.
festivals.
Yeah.
Where you like
Not
hold
as-
your hand and then
not-
you do like the
Swap
straight
them,
over,
yeah.
right?
Nope,
Yeah.
wasn't that weird.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's what
okay.
raves do.
Oh, you're
That's what
saying
raves do.
it was
John
less
knows.
like
He has
that.
his
No,
rave
it was
bracelets
more-
on.
I haven't been to a
Ours-
rave in years.
It was
just for the
more
record.
like I had all my bracelets on little carabiner things.
Okay.
And we'd go around in line for merch. It
How
was
many did
like
you make?
I made 66.
Did you give them all away?
Wow.
Wait, why'd you make 66? Hold on.
I just stopped. I don't know. This is when I stopped and I counted them. And I went, oh, 66.
Okay, yeah.
Strange.
And she
Gave them all
traded
away.
6 more.
So what
Wait,
I did.
you gave away 66 bracelets.
Okay,
Yep.
we're losing the thread here.
Yeah.
Come on.
So what I
let's
did
focus.
was the ones that I had made, I would give them away, and the ones that I got back from the person, straight on my wrist. So by the end of the night, both wrists.
So do you think you
Full.
came home with 66, or did you like give a couple away? Like,
I think I gave a couple away to some kids. Like,
love it.
yeah.
Love
By
it.
the end of the night, walking to our car in the parking lot, I had like 3 left. And I was like, do you want a bracelet? Do you want a bracelet?
Kind of summer camp vibes.
Yes,
So
very summer
you were
campy.
fairly emotional throughout.
Yeah, I want to know more
Yes.
about the emotional part.
First, found myself emotional in the merch line when this other girl was coming down the stairs, and we were both wearing matching outfits but different glitter. And we both looked at each other and were like, oh, you look so good. And then we traded bracelets, and we gave each other a hug. And then I got emotional because I looked at Megan, and Megan looked at me and went, that was so sweet. And then I started getting emotional. I was like, I'm not ready because I was nervous. I had like full butterflies before the concert because I was so excited.
Because this is the first time you've ever seen her, right?
Yes.
Oh,
First Taylor experience.
Yeah.
And so just the camaraderie. I mean, there was certainly a vibe happening.
Full vibe. We went
amongst
to
the
our
fans.
seats. We were surrounded by a bunch of little girls, so we traded bracelets with them too.
Awesome.
And then concert started, and I freaking sobbed immediately.
there was definitely a magic in the air in
Yep.
the concert. And I saw something today on TikTok, and it said, like, people are noticing that the LA concerts are so much more, like, vamped up than the other concerts she's had. And not in, like, quality, but just, like,
I
the
feel
light
like it's
bracelets
the
were bigger and all this
stadium.
stuff. The stadium, too. But I guess she's filming her, like, Eras
done.
Tour movie. And her, like, final clips were at
Yeah.
LA. And so they kind of, like, vamped it up, which I was like, good for
Turn
us.
the
Yeah.
music up a little
The
bit.
Yeah.
A little
bracelets were
brighter
bigger
lights.
until yesterday.
Yeah, they're, like,
yesterday they
done.
went back to normal.
They're like done with that, so.
Yeah.
But we got these big, like the glow bracelets that were programmed to change colors with every song.
So cool.
I
Oh,
immediately
stunning.
text John. I was like, we need these for lip sync
So
next year.
cool.
We
Yeah.
need to learn
And
how to.
Totally,
It can't be
um,
that hard to
The
do.
Easter egg
I'm not worried about it.
For
difficulty,
that
I'm worried about expense.
is the first night of LA when it was like, oh, we're back to the big bracelets on your chair, ready for you.
Yeah.
That's how she started the 1989 tour. Was
Whoa.
the bracelets
Wow.
on your seat?
Check under your seat. Oh, they. So this is. I thought this was a new thing.
Easter
This has been
egg.
going on a while.
Yeah.
The light up
Easter
bracelets.
egg. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What's the Easter egg for?
Well, they're just Easter eggs of like when she's gonna drop her next album.
Oh,
and-
but it's not like it's. Oh, it is. So what's the next
yeah,
album?
1989.
Here's my thing.
1989
It's totally gonna be
Taylor's version.
1989.
Go
There's
ahead,
so
Annie.
many Easter eggs out there.
I had a magical experience at Taylor Swift also. Did not think I'd get emotional.
Go ahead,
I got
cut to Annie.
emotional. Go ahead, cut to me.
I hate
With
cutting
that
Annie.
said, with that, how
Oh.
freaking dare you say that?
This is
First
the
of all,
post show.
rude. I know, I caught myself.
Annie,
With
with,
that said-
with that said, go ahead.
Sorry.
Let her
There
rip.
was some moments where I was like, I'm in a cult. I'm at a
Yeah,
cult.
major cult vibes.
Kind of like big Scientology meeting once a year kind of vibes.
Okay.
In
Yep.
this sense,
Okay.
there was multiple cloaks. Multiple cloaks, a lot of whisper. Like we were all, even like with the glow bracelets, I was like, she's just like sucking out our data via bracelet. Like, and there's like these moments. There's
Hold on,
one
I wanna
moment
see
where
where this
she like
goes.
did this
I wanna see
thing-
where this goes.
She did this thing with her hands where she was like, I have a lot of power. It's going to go to my head. And we're all like, yeah, Taylor. And then it kind of like kept going with that in some
Oh, she
directions
was
at times. And I
hamming
was
it up
like,
for sure.
is she just like a giant cult leader? And we're like,
The answer is yes.
Yes, queen.
Yeah.
Yes, mommy.
For sure.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Please.
It was giving Freddie Mercury at Live Aid, like
Oh.
how he like controlled the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was certainly giving that.
Oh, with that said, too, like there's a moment where I was like, this woman's making $13 million tonight. Earned every freaking penny. Of
Yeah,
that.
she did.
That was the
Wow.
most insane show.
You're talking $13 million she put
earned
on.
every penny.
Oh,
First of all, I've never been able. Well, maybe never.
Unreal.
Maybe I was young. like the amount
ahead.
of stamina she must have to sing that hard, dance that much, run around like
Back in the
fully
day when you were like
sprinting.
climbing on rocks.
No breaks
maybe.
Yeah,
because
where
the
I was
breaks
like-
are literally
Maybe.
changing costumes under the
Yeah.
stage.
It's like it's crazy.
Huh.
And her like her backup dancers were popping
lost my
off.
phone.
Her singers were
They
popping
were so
off.
good.
I would like her
What's
backup
13 million
singers.
divided by 3? Could you?
Her backup singers were
Wouldn't it
like
be
in
like-
the
it's
dark,
like
not even
4
like
point-
ever.
4.36 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that was
4 mil
quick
an hour.
math. Wow,
Just about 4 million an hour.
4.3 mil an hour. Nice.
Every
good rate.
penny. Let me
Anyways,
tell
go
you.
ahead.
But
Listen.
like her backup dancers or her backup singers were like never really highlighted. They had full choreography.
Oh,
They did.
they were popping
The
off.
whole. I was like, oh my gosh! Like every little
Yeah.
like corner of this, even like like sheer amount of turnover that SoFi has to do every night. Like that place was
So
spotless,
impressive.
and we went the
Yes.
second night of LA, so
Yep.
they had just done
Yep.
a show. The place was spotless.
Except for the bathrooms.
I didn't go to the bathroom.
Oh my
so I
gosh,
don't
we
know.
went to the bathroom
Oh, I gotta show you
before
the picture. Hold
the
on.
show. Walked in, the lights were dimmed in the bathroom, and there was no air conditioning.
Ooh, yikes.
It was
Ooh.
so
Really?
hot and
Can't be
sticky
perfect.
in the bathroom. That was my one.
This is me in the
complaint.
men's room.
Nice.
Nice, 'cause
There
there's
you
no one there.
Is there
are.
nobody there?
Nobody
Love
there.
it.
Pretty funny. It was like unironically empty.
But I feel like SoFi Stadium was so amazing because all these other giant venues in other cities weren't closed.
Yeah.
They were all completely open.
Like,
So
and-
if you were like in the 500 section of a different, like you seemed very far away because there's no giant screens. All you're looking at is the stage and the one screen
Yeah.
on like all these other stadiums.
I don't know. I didn't see much. The other
SoFi
setups.
definitely was
Amazing.
because we were all up in the nosebleeds, and
Yeah.
you didn't feel that way. You felt like you were right
Yeah.
there.
Listen, I'm known to be a devil's advocate on this show.
Yeah.
Right. So I bet you're waiting for like the big, shocking, my take.
Not
right?
when it comes to Taylor Swift. No, usually. aren't.
This girl was on fire, and after this weekend, am proud to report I'm a Swiftie.
Proud of you.
Nice.
And
Proud of you.
here's why.
That's
and
really
here's
nice. Just for you to say that.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Thank you. Yep, this is a big shout out. Check out Taylor Swift. Free advertising.
She needs it.
I
She-
want this cut with every clip of Ryan going, yeah, no, let's pump up Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she doesn't need it. This is her moment. She can live in the spotlight for now.
so good.
I felt like it was like the production and everything you guys are saying, like her stamina, her whole team, every outfit she was in, the lights, everything was very like keyed in. I never
Nice.
felt like I was like not getting the full show. Like, and it was 3 hours long. Like
The surprise songs that we
Yeah,
got.
she did a little
okay, what were
acoustic
they?
set.
Our surprise songs?
It was Champagne Problems, then what was the other one?
No, it wasn't Champagne Problems.
There
What
you
was
go.
it?
It was our song.
Right, and he
Our
was
song.
very.
Our
Our
remember
song
that.
is
Big
the Slam
one.
Screen Doors.
And You're in Love from 1989,
You're
which
in
is the
Love.
first 1989 song she has done this entire
okay,
time.
I was trying to remember for the life of me that one. You're in love.
You're in Love.
Are you hip to this, John? This is every night
No.
she plays the same set, but towards the end of the night, she'll do an acoustic set of just her. She'll play a song on the piano and then a song on the guitar. And every night, it's a different song.
Yep.
And so
Nice.
the
And she doesn't
fans will
repeat.
speculate, oh, what's
She
the song going to
actually-
be?
She did repeat.
For every LA show so far,
Uh-huh.
she has repeated because
Okay.
of the filming.
Yeah. Oh.
So you think she sang Antihero and Maroon when they went,
They being,
right? What did she sing? She sang
Olivia's in
Maroon.
the room.
we have an offstage.
Maroon and
Doesn't
something else.
really matter.
But it's things that you'd want to see in the special. So like
Sure.
we got our song from debut, which is like everyone loves our
Arguably
song.
one of her
Our
most
song.
popular.
And then we got
Oh,
You're in
that-
Most
Love,
famous
which is
songs.
1989. Last night she did a Reputation song, and she did a folklore song. So it's for me, it's she's doing one surprise song from every album for the film.
covering the eras,
yeah,
if you will.
Yeah. Listen,
Cool.
and she's
And I will.
got eras, man.
so
got
good.
All
Eras
that
for
says,
days.
worth the hype.
I Can See You, which is Midnight's.
Aw.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
You
right.
shut the.
Right.
What's
The
oh
Vault.
the Annies
She-
are not going to like this one.
She sang "Speak Now" at your concert.
No, she's saying I Can See You.
Oh, there you go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're okay. Everything's
Wow.
That
gonna
was
be
the one
okay.
song
Whoa.
that I
You're
really,
in a safe space.
my like
Wow.
childhood Taylor Swiftie heart. I really wanted
Yeah.
that. She didn't play it, but
Aw.
it was still an amazing concert. I'll forgive her.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Sounds like it was a great time.
It seemed like Champagne Problems was a surprise song.
Yeah.
The way that she pumped it up, she went on another piano during the actual concert and was like, and here's the story, blah, blah, blah. And I just feel like playing it.
Mm.
And I literally looked at them and everyone around us and I went, is this normal? Like, because her
It
lead up
was.
to the scene.
It was
You would
The
normal.
know?
girls in front of us turned around at me and went, yes, she always does this. And I went, sorry for not looking at spoilers.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like,
been a thing. Is
come
every
on.
night on TikTok Live you see people
Yes.
streaming it, and they're
Oh, there were like 3 girls in front of me fully streaming it the whole time.
Whoa.
which I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
Enjoy the
Like-
concert, people.
Yeah, just
There was this very sweet gay couple,
Gotta get the views,
older
though.
gay couple in front of me. Like this man was sobbing, and then his partner was recording him sobbing, and so like, he's
Love.
recording Taylor Swift sobbing the whole time, like scream crying, and then his partner is recording his reaction to recording Taylor Swift. It was very sweet, and he was giving out bracelets. He had a whole
Yeah.
bag of them.
Nice.
I will say can't recommend enough going with super fans. I think I
Yeah.
had so much fun watching Kara and the rest of the girls like just love it that I was like, obviously I loved the show, but like that elevated it certainly.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I've never been somewhere where I felt like the people watching was so good.
Oh, it was
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The
so
costumes
good.
that people would put on are like such deep cuts that you're like,
Yeah.
you think that's just like them, or you think
Kind of
that's-
giving
that's
Harry
like a hit?
Styles
So
like
good.
same kind of vibe
Yeah.
at his concerts.
Do you guys
Totally.
have a proposal around you?
I
Oh no.
I had an
Yeah.
intrusive
You?
thought.
Yep, we had a proproposal.
I had an intrusive thought to fake propose to Kara.
That
And
Oh
then
gosh,
I thought
yeah.
better of it. I was like,
Good.
yeah. Would have been hilarious though.
Would've been funny.
Everyone would have been
Should've.
like, wait, she already has a ring.
Yeah.
he would have
But
just like
would you-
quietly grabbed your ring from you.
I mean, would you have just been like into it or
I would have just gone with it.
Okay, great.
Hell yeah.
Well, okay.
Next time. Next
well,
time.
you're going to love what I've got for you tonight. We're going back to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It'd actually be impossible because she starts in
that,
an hour.
that would way be impossible.
Would
Is tonight the last night of her
Nope.
tour?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow being Wednesday.
Wow.
Tomorrow being
So, tonight.
freaking the 19th. This is her 19th city.
Wow.
19.
How many-
Tomorrow is August 9th, 8-9, 1989.
Oh, okay. But
Boom.
does that kind of break down because she extended the tour?
She honestly,
She's
on
going
stage
to
was
this
Canada
is,
now.
This is technically the last leg of her U.S. tour because she's.
Of her U.S.
But
It's all
then
been
she's
U.S.
coming back
cities.
Taking a
East
break.
Coast.
I know, but she's taking a break until March.
Okay, so the
So
Easter
it'll
egg
be
is
the
cracking.
second leg. This is
The
first.
Easter egg is cracking, Kara.
This is first leg.
Wow. I'll say Taylor Swift was great.
Sounds like it was good.
So good.
So good. You know what? Next time, John, we're gonna get you there.
I'm good, actually.
Who would you want to see? Big star. Because this is like bucket list. We're going through the bucket list.
Like
Kara saw
big
her bucket
star.
list, concert.
I don't think I
Ryan
have
jumped
anybody
out of
that
a
I
plane.
wanna.
What are we gonna do for you?
For me.
Yeah, okay, so that is an interesting question. What is on your bucket list? Like,
We've talked about this many
Jumping
months
out
ago.
of a plane is
but-
on my bucket list for sure.
okay, well you got to pick a different one.
Gosh.
I'm just
Ryan
saying.
already
And you
did
can't
that.
pick see Taylor Swift because
Okay. Okay. You know, I was thinking about this actually.
All right.
On my bucket list.
Okay.
And this is really hard because it's got to be like the perfect moment, is to catch a home
predator.
run ball at
home
a,
run
at a
ball.
stadium. It doesn't matter what
Oh.
team. Just like
At Petco Park.
yeah, I mean that would be the dream. But like
and
I'm-
who hits it?
it doesn't. I can't even go into that
A
because there's
home
no
run or
way.
just a foul?
Any player.
I would
Any
say a
player.
home run would be pretty baller.
Oh,
yeah,
so you
any
gotta
Padres
gotta
player,
choose
it would
seats
be
over there.
baller.
Which one?
I mean, I mean Manny, obviously.
Manny
if I had
Machado.
to choose, yeah.
Just Hobby.
blast
or
off.
Tatis. I know that's kind of like cliche because Tatis is like usually
He's
like
the hitter.
guy, right? But I think one of those two would be great. But yeah, yeah.
I'm in. I'm in.
I was
for
thinking
that.
about that. Like that is one thing that I would really enjoy doing. Actually.
It's funny because it's like so.
hard to do.
Well, I feel like it's attainable though. Like
Yeah,
you
right.
just buy
The
tickets
seats.
out there.
Yeah.
Hope for the best, and obviously it is. Yeah, like a lucky shot, but
That's why it's on my bucket list because like I know that it's gonna take like the perfect conditions.
Yeah.
So like someday in my life, maybe.
yeah.
But if it doesn't happen, it's not like that big of a deal. I won't like die unhappy if I don't do it.
That
but-
seems. I mean, that and like going to see like your favorite artist, like the biggest tour of all
Yeah,
time,
totally.
is like stars aligning things. I was so demystified to skydiving. I'm like, you can go. I went on a Monday morning to go skydiving, and there was other people there, and they're just like, okay, let's go. I'm like, oh, it was always that simple.
It's
Like,
always that
but
simple.
it
You
seems
just
like one
go.
of those like 18th birthday things where somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
It's still cool though. I mean, it's
Super.
Still
Oh, it
pretty-
was. I had a blast, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I felt the same way about getting a tattoo. I was like, oh, you can just get these whenever you want.
But the
Yeah.
first one's always fun, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like
no,
when you
they're
start
all
to jump.
fun.
I mean,
Go ahead, Kara. Let's see the new ink.
Kara got a tattoo.
We
Can
couldn't
you show us a
possibly.
photo? Is
We
that-
couldn't
is that
possibly just pop it out. Let's go. Come on, there it
possible?
is.
Oh, there it is.
Boom.
Hold on.
Boom.
There it is.
Meow.
For the hope of it all.
That's good.
For the hope
Taylor
of
Swift
it all.
lyric to really cap off a
Well, here's what I'll say,
Weekend
Kara.
of
I'm really glad that you got
spending money.
to see Taylor Swift.
I am still
I will say
on cloud nine.
it was really sweet that I was talking to Ryan about like the concert, and Ryan was like, it was so great to be there and watch Kara like react.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
that was his favorite
Yeah.
part, was watching you watch Taylor
Sure.
Swift, which I thought was really sweet.
I cried so much. I don't think I've ever cried that much in a night.
happy
Like,
tears,
like
Yeah, of course.
right?
for
Yeah.
the span of 3.5 hours,
Right.
cried. Yes, happy tears.
Right?
Like you cry a lot in like an hour,
Yeah.
maybe. This
Yeah.
was like literally like
Off and on.
for 3 hours.
Dang.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
So crazy.
that is so
Annie,
sweet.
same.
For Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
Didn't cry.
for 3 hours straight.
But I did realize how tied her songs and how big of a part her music has played in my like upbringing.
I kind of thought the same thing. Like
Same.
My cousin came with us, my cousin Grace, and she was like, when they did start playing our song, she's like, this is like my childhood anthem,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my middle school, high school, like. I
My
was sitting in
childhood
class
anthem.
like with my iPod Nano, like popping my little
Like
headphones.
Taylor Swift was big when she said like 8th grade for her.
Yeah, totally.
Or for us, it was more like 3rd, 4th grade.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I remember
Okay, well,
like I had distinct
don't age her that much.
memories
I don't know about that.
that
That's not a
came
lot.
out when she started playing off her Red album.
Yeah.
because that came out when I was like I think a freshman in high school or
Mhm.
something. And just like these memories where I'm like, man, like it's not even that I was like sitting there listening to this album when it came out.
It was just always on.
It was always on, and I
Yes.
have so many memories tied to like, you know, singing it with friends and like what we were going
Yeah.
through, and like she
When
really
that-
did right for the generations.
Yeah.
When that album came
For the
out,
eras.
my friend Melissa, at the time, they looked so similar, but she didn't have bangs. And we went,
You're saying
Melissa.
Taylor Swift and Melissa
Yes.
looked similar?
We went, Melissa, you have to get bangs. Like immediately. She has had bangs
Immediately.
to this day.
Since.
Thanks,
happened.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And
You know,
literally
I kind
she
of
looks like Taylor
that's
Swift.
crazy because I kind of based my look off
Yeah.
of Taylor Swift in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Same.
know what we should bring back?
Go ahead.
Remember how we
Bullying.
used to do like kind of
Bullying.
well, you know, remember how we used to be like, thanks Obama,
Okay.
and even like
Thanks,
Obama,
Taylor.
thanks Taylor Swift.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the reference, but it
Yeah.
seems funny.
You don't know the thanks
You don't know
Obama
thanks, Obama?
reference?
No.
It's okay.
It's like when anything benign that goes like wrong
Oh,
happened,
okay.
it'd be like thanks Obama,
Oh,
and like then
that's like
Obama
a
made a video
negative.
where he says it.
It's
So
like
you-
a negative commentation.
That's great. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, Obama did one
Thanks,
where
Taylor
like
Swift.
the
Thanks,
cookie
Taylor
didn't fit
Swift.
into the glass. He was like,
Anytime I
"Thanks,
see a
Obama."
private jet, I kind of do that. I'm like,
Thanks,
thanks,
Taylor
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
like
it's true.
like our tax dollars don't fix the pothole, but Taylor Swift has $13 million tonight.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
Thanks, Taylor Swift,
Dang.
for nothing.
Okay, this is turning negative.
No,
Oh,
and
no.
it's a
Thank
positive.
you,
It's all love.
Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor Swift. Hard hands.
No, you have to do this one.
Thank you for the
Taylor Swift.
roses.
Oh, yeah. Did you get any money from that?
Thank
Have
you for
been
the
trying that
roses.
out?
Corn. So tasty.
Stop.
So tasty.
Guys,
Gosh.
don't judge me when you see me doing that on TikTok Live.
Speaking of
Ryan,
celebrities,
I
Anna,
don't
you
judge you
saw
for
a
that.
celebrity the other day. You want to tell us about the celebrity you saw?
I
Whoa.
can't believe I
This is a
almost
crazy
forgot about
crossover.
this. I was at work at Moniker, and I was closing up the shop, and I look up, and I see internet icon Link from Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning, from Ear Biscuits.
I need to look him up.
What?
God, Kara.
Yeah, that's kind of
There's
crazy.
like some
can't.
things that are just like, Kara,
What?
this is just like
the-
so bad for our brand.
Rhett
Yeah, yeah.
and-
So much for that podcast crossover, you know?
Yeah. like,
we're never gonna get it
We're never
now.
gonna get that sponsor.
Oh, the guys
Thank
who
you.
eat all the food.
The guys
Yes,
that eat all
they
the
eat all
food.
the foods.
Exactly.
The one thing I will say
Exactly.
is you can be confused as to who is who, but you cannot say you don't know
Who
Rhett
they
and Link.
are.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
she knows who they are.
I only have seen them in the past maybe 6 months
Good
because they for some reason
mythical.
popped up with the food stuff.
It's not like they've been
Yeah.
on the
Because
internet
they
since
10
did the
years.
Erewhon.
2008. We
Yeah,
looked it
They
up.
keep doing the Erewhon like
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
Sprouts and Whole.
Yep.
I will say it is
two best
crazy how
friends.
many
Wow.
YouTube people have like
How
found
did you
new
recognize
life
him?
on TikTok.
His hair is so
How could you not
recognizable.
recognize him?
He had these giant sunglasses on.
Oh, I'm sure you would recognize
and
him.
I saw him and I was like,
Right?
So what was that? So
And
what'd you do? Go crazy
his-
fan?
no, I'm not like that. His wife wanted to come look in the store, and he like pointed at me, and it was like, oh, I think, and like they kind of got the vibe I was closing, and I was like, no,
He's
come
like,
on in.
oh, I
Come
think
on.
this bitch is
Come
gonna
on
tell us we
in.
can't go to the store.
Come on in. And so she started walking around. Her and I got to talking.
Got
We
to
had a good old little
talking.
conversation. She's telling me why they were down in San Diego,
Hey.
and then I
Do
I
you-
had to let her know that I knew.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to be like, I know who your husband is. So I said, has your husband been stopped a lot since you guys have been down here?
Just
And
slipped
she-
it in.
Wow,
and
it's
she
so
was
subtle.
like, she seemed so excited. She's, oh, do you know who he is? I was like, yeah. She's like, do you watch? I go, yeah, I've watched for a long
She
time.
go,
No.
where's Rhett?
Oh god.
Where's
They're
Rat?
saying,
Is
and
Rhett
I'm
here
not
too?
gonna-
Is
I'm
he in the
not gonna, like-
bathroom?
And she's like, immediately
No.
like, I'm not interested in this conversation.
Okay, goodbye.
No,
When was
I'm,
this?
and I'm not. This was like
A couple days ago.
Do you
like the
watch
day
this
after
kind of a
Taylor
Saturday?
Swift.
question?
Yeah, 2
Do
days
you
after Taylor
watch?
Swift Sunday. It was Sunday.
the show?
And
No, I
and
know
I'm not
him,
gonna
but I
say,
don't
but they
watch
were down because their eldest kid is going to college in the area. And
Wow. Okay, expose them. That's not your story to
Well, I'm
tell.
not saying what college she's going to.
Okay,
There's a lot
There's
of
only a
colleges
few.
It
there.
doesn't matter. I think you
There's
can spill it
literally-
either way.
No.
I'm sure you could Google it.
But I guess they were coming down to see the area.
So did
and-
you give him a little discount?
No,
or-
she didn't buy anything. She was just looking at
That could-
everything.
they
She's
do
like,
not
"Oh, we're
need
here for a
the
week. Like,
discount.
we definitely need to come back."
You know how much
Be
these guys
nice.
make a year?
It'd be nice.
We did look up how much he makes.
Yeah.
Lot
By the
of
way,
money.
his son's gonna go to college and he's gonna pay it off like it never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably
$30
already has.
million
Pay it off.
Probably
He's
already
just
has.
$30
gonna
million
pay
those guys
during.
Good for
Sheesh.
him for providing for his family, making
By
it so his
eating the
kids don't have
food,
to worry
by
about
eating Erewhon.
college.
Yeah.
Working with
I
his
think,
best
I think
friends.
you'd change that thought if you knew how much his staff gets paid versus how much they
No,
get paid.
I know because you read it out loud to
Yeah.
me.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like okay. It sounded like to me that you're back.
I'm not a
You're a
hater.
union guy again. You're a union guy.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I am a union
On.
guy. I've always been a union guy.
Wow.
I never stopped being a union guy.
The footage might prove differently.
Wow.
Pull it up.
But anyway,
Biggest
I saw
takeaway. We
him,
do have to wrap up. What's your
So
biggest
cool.
takeaway from seeing Link?
You know,
Just
Cool
regular
guy.
guy.
they're just like us, except you know their pockets are lined with hundreds, and my pockets are
Tens.
lined with ones.
Just the 110.
The 110.
Tens and ones.
110.
Yeah. He's got hundies, and
You
I
think
got,
they're coming back, or did you like scare them away?
You
I
scared
bet
him
they'd
away.
come back.
Yeah. I mean, only if the coffee was good. I don't know who's working.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of a.
Did they get
a little
Moniker
bit of
coffee?
a-
Did
I
they
think
get?
so.
Drinks
They were
in
heading
hand?
over to the public market to get dinner. So I don't know. If
Nice.
Man, that is so
Nice.
cool.
they, yeah.
So cool. I want to
Celebrity.
see celebrity.
I also saw Schmidt at
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
T Swifty.
Max Greenfield.
Nice.
Max Greenfield.
There were so many people there so far.
So fun. Well, another 13 million in the bag for T Swifty.
Ching. And
Cha-ching.
since that night, well, she's done a couple shows since that, so
Yeah.
she's looking.
She only had Sunday
I
off.
think she's gonna be all right.
I think one day off is probably fine.
I think her pockets are lined with millions.
Yeah. Millions.
Watch
for sure.
next week. on What the podcast?
See if we get our bag.
Ta-da.
We want to thank our
Oh.
Patreon supporters.
Thank you.
And we want to thank our proud sponsor, Texas Roadhouse.
TRH.
Guys, I am so hungry. I'm ready for a little TRH.
to
What do you say?
TRH.
We're going
Buttery
tonight,
rolls,
baby.
cinnamon rolls.
Nice. On the couch as always, Carriage Foya, Andy the Scopes Govman. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on What the Podcast. You turned it down. Where is it? There it is. Hey.
It's not gonna matter in the,
Oh.
Hey, yeah, you could. There's a couple times you were eclipsing me.
What did I do?